strategy to accelerate your business growth. Okay, the next one has to do with pricing. Okay, this is for most of you, this one will be the easiest and the fastest way to grow your business. Okay, if you will take this strategy and use it, this will be for most of you the easiest and the fastest way to grow your business. It's also going to be the scariest one. Okay, the scariest one. Well, that's why a lot of people don't do it, although it makes a lot of sense. First of all, as a fact, most of you are undercharging right now. Most of you are undercharging. Okay, I still have a problem with my back, so I went to my shiatsu master yesterday, and he still, after, I don't know, I'm with him for 12 years, he still charged 40 euros an hour. It's a magician. I mean, he's a magician. I would pay him 150 or 200 for a session without any problem, and any one of his people too. And he's booked forever. Okay, he's booked forever. There's no problem. And I told him quite a few times, you know, why don't you charge more? No, that's the right thing for him. And I'm not going to argue. If you have a good quality product or service, most of you are undercharging. Now, the problem is that with most people is that they are afraid to raise their prices. And you heard it from me in the business bootcamp, you heard it from me in the Master Entrepreneur. It's not the first time that you hear it. I just want to show you how you can do that. That will be a little bit less scary. Okay, most people are afraid to raise their prices, especially now because they're afraid to lose clients. Now, here's the problem. If your clients are price sensitive, they are not great clients. Okay, I'm not saying that they're bad people, they're just not a great client, okay, if they're price sensitive. Now, I know that some of you work with those people because this is your mission and vision, whatever it is. That's great, you know, just don't expect to grow your business very fast, money-wise, when you're working with these populations. But if you're willing to give a contribution to the world and, you know, then give it to those people that are the great clients. I mean, I like working with ideal clients, those people that are not necessarily price sensitive. Of course, we have a lot of price sensitive people with us, but they are being dropped, you know, throughout the funnel. You know, at one point or another, they're being dropped. Okay, because we bring them at the beginning with the low prices, but at one point we start bringing the real prices, and we're still, I think, pretty cheap compared to what we're giving. So if your clients are price sensitive, they are usually not the greatest clients. From our experience, those are the people that will complain the most. Those are the people that will negotiate the most. Those are people that will request refunds for whatever it is. Those are the people that are price sensitive. However, when people are not price sensitive, when they're willing to pay top euros for your product or service, usually they appreciate it much more. Okay, they will not negotiate with you. They will not argue with you. They will not complain. And the most important thing for me, those people that pay top dollars are those people that actually take action on what I'm suggesting them. And this is so important, especially if you're a service provider. If you're giving somebody a consultation, an advice, a training, whatever it is, you want them to follow that because you know that it's good for them. Usually, those people that pay top dollars or top euros, they usually will follow that because they pay a lot for that, so they want to see the results. But if they just pay a little bit for that, then usually they do less with that. So here's my pricing strategy for you, starting from Monday. Okay, today it's Saturday, starting from Monday. My suggestion, go and double your prices. Of course, if you double your price, will your business grow? If the people keep on paying, right? If people keep on paying, your business is going to grow. Would you agree? Yeah. So that's a good way. So how many of you are willing to double your price? Okay, all those of you that raised your hands, how many of you, not just willing, but are going to do that on Monday, and if I check, I can see that? Now you have only 2 hands, 3 hands. Oh, yes, I'm willing. This Sunday ask, I'm raising my hand automatically. But are you going to do that? Most people won't. Why? Because we're afraid that we're going to lose the people. So I want to first remind you one thing that I taught you that I think most of you heard that in the business bootcamp. Let's say that because you doubled your prices, you lost half of your clients. Okay? What happened to your bottom line? Still the same. You're not harmed at any way, right? But what happened to your free time? It doubled. Is that a good thing? So maybe losing half of your clients is not so bad. Maybe losing half of your clients is not so bad. They did the research not with double the prices, but they did the research. I think if you raise your prices in 30%, you only lose 5% of your clients. They did this research again and again. Okay, so think about it. You had 100 clients, which you charge them, I don't know, 100 euros. For the sake of calculation. Then you start charge 130 euros, and you lost only 5 clients. It's not so bad. Okay, that's how your business grows. Now I'm saying double your prices. Okay, now, but it's scary. For most people, it's scary to do, and that's the point, right? It's scary to do. Now, here's my question for you. What if you could double your prices and not lose any client, you even gain some clients because of that? How many of you will be willing to try it then? All right, we have a little hand. So, let me share with you how you do that, okay? What you do is on Monday you go and you double your prices. Whatever your prices is, if you're charging per hour and you're charging 50 euros, 70 euros, another euro, then the price is going to be doubled. If it's a product, a traject, I don't know, web design project, whatever it is, and it's a fixed price of 1,000, from now on it's going to be 2,000. And what I want you to do on Monday is put those prices on your website. This is really important. You need to put them visible for people. So from now on, my hourly fee is 150. You don't need to say instead of 75, it's 150. You just say, this is my price list. Hourly fee is 150, for example, or web design is 2,000 euro, whatever it is, the double. Yeah, is that clear? Yeah. However, next to that, the next line you say, 50% off for first-time clients. Does that make sense? Why, was this too difficult? You put the new prices on the website. So let's say that your price from now on is you're saying, well, I'm a coach or I'm a whatever it is, and I'm charging 150 euros per hour. This is your price. Or you say I have a training or I have a website design, whatever it is, and that's going to cost 2,000 euros for the project. Okay, that's the prices. But what you're doing here, you can put an asterisk if you want, or not an asterisk. You find a way how to do that. But what you put is you put a line underneath it that says 50% off for new clients. Yeah? So how much it's going to cost for a new client to take your coaching session? The same what it was, right? But right now it's much more attractive. Guys, it's way more attractive. If you charge them 75, it's less attractive than 50% of 150. It's amazingly how it's less attractive, if you think about it, right? You got the same amount, they pay the same amount, but they feel way, way better. Right? So you will get what? And they will work harder. Guys, they work like they pay 150. Guys, you're getting clients of 150. You're not going to get clients of 75. But they feel that they got a really good deal. Is that making sense? Okay? So that's how you solve the problem of new people. Okay? So new people, you're going to get even more new people, especially if you tell those new people, you tell them, listen, you enjoyed the session? Great. Tell your friends, because I don't know how long this offer is going to be, so tell your friends that they can still get, if they're coming for the first traject or whatever it is, they can get still for 50%. So they will spread the news. Is that making sense? I can tell you from our experience, it always works. That makes sense? Okay, now you have your old clients. You're sending them a letter or an email, and you tell them, listen, after the last 25 years that I didn't raise my prices, which is probably true for most of you, or however it is, and by the value that I'm contributing today, whatever it is, the prices have changed, and these are the new prices. However, because you're a loyal client and you're a customer, I will keep you the old prices for the next 6 months. Okay, this some of you heard from me before in the Master Entrepreneur, okay? This part you heard. So you keep them the price for 6 more months, the old price. Now they suddenly feel very, very grateful. Okay, and they feel even more loyal to you. And because it's just for 6 months, you might have some chances that those people that usually, you know, giving you projects once in a while, might give you the project a little bit earlier because of that. So by doing this thing, and by the way, all of those clients, both the new and the old, are right now conditioned to the new price, which means when the project is over and they're ready for the next project, if you did a good job, they will pay the full price. They will pay the full price. And I know, you know, you might not believe it or whatever it is, but you have nothing to lose by doing that. You will create for yourself better credibility, you will create for yourself more of an expert position, because you're not anymore like everybody else. Your prices are double. They still pay the same, so they feel like, you know, like it's a great deal, but your prices are much higher, and they will pay that later. Is that making sense? Is that good for anybody? For how many of you could think of, yeah, I can implement that? All right, so it's a little bit of a commitment. Yes, a question.
Yeah, I work in the cultural world, and right now in the Netherlands, all the budgets are gone in the museums.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about lowering my prices because there are no clients anymore.
Yeah, what you do,
or finding new clients. I've asked you the question in the last business bootcamp, but I have not found the clients yet that want to take my product.
No, I don't know.
World.
But this is the place where I want you to your creativity. I'm giving you a great strategy. What you're saying is something a little bit different. It's not about pricing so much. It's about target audience. You have a bad target audience. Right now, you have target audience that doesn't have money. How many of you are in this position that you have target audience that right now doesn't have money, or doesn't have enough money, or you're becoming a luxury? Okay. So now you have two choices. Either you lower your prices, which is fine. I would actually not lower my price. I would give it for free in order to get those people in my database, so when money comes back, because money will come back, they will think only about me. Okay, that's what we're doing with the business bootcamp. The business bootcamp was so successful because we came in a time of a crisis, and we just say, listen, we're going to give you so much value for 2 days for free. And we got thousands and thousands and thousands of people in the room, and we don't want to keep on giving free forever, but we're hoping that when this crisis is over, and you are right now realizing that I'm getting a lot of value from Open Circle, so when you really have money, you'll be able to spend it with us. So I'm not saying you cannot do that. The question is, can you live for another year or two by giving things for free? Cheap is a problem. Okay, cheap is a problem. Free is better than cheap. Okay, cheap makes you cheap, and it's very hard to go from cheap back to a high price. From free is no problem, because you tell them, listen, I understand that you're in this situation, and I'm willing to help. I'm going to give you that for free. In return, that when times are better, you think of me in a good way. Okay, that's one way. But I don't know if you can afford it for another. We don't know when it's going to turn around. Will it take 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years? Don't know if you can afford it. I can. Can you? I would suggest that you will find the right target audience that has the money. Okay, and I can tell you every single thing that you have. I can't think of a product or service that you are giving right now, if you give value, that there are no different type of audience that will be happy to take it. And there are those people that have the money, and there's those people that don't have the money. Go and offer it to the people that do have the money. Okay, you can wash cars. Okay, we had this student. He was having a car washing company. And he was always working for the 10-euro car wash, whatever it is, and he doesn't have, people today are cleaning their own cars, or they're cleaning it less, or they don't clean it. So we moved him to work in neighborhoods like in Amstelveen and in Apkoude and places like that, where he drives with his van there, he cleans them in their place, in their streets and whatever it is, and he charged them 60 euros per cleaning. They're happy. Okay, you need to realize, guys, not everybody doesn't have money. The fact that you or your clients are right now struggling doesn't mean that other people. And by the way, even if they see less money, it might be that what you're charging is nothing. You need to realize that. Okay, I didn't realize that before so much, but today, in a position that I am, I'm seeing that my time is so much more important for me. I love getting a massage, and I used to get a massage for forever, once a week. But I'm not willing to go out of the house, spend an hour in the road, finding a parking lot, going up, getting in somebody's place, and then going to the car and going back home. I'm willing to pay more for somebody coming to me. I know so many people that will pay for your services if you will go to them, but you will offer them the right service with what they really need. The price is not always the issue, okay? We had this curator that she couldn't find a job. She just couldn't find a job and she was an employee. And now she opened her own, but she's a curator. She's giving suggestion of where to of art in yachts. When you buy a yacht, and in Holland there's a lot of those companies that buy the expensive yachts, million euros and up. And but those people, when you paint a house, those people want it complete, including the artwork, but they don't understand anything. They just spend 1.5 million euros for a yacht, or 5 million euros for a yacht, and there's nothing on the walls. So they hire her to suggest for them what art to buy. And they pay her a fortune. I mean, we're talking about 1,000 euros an hour for just suggesting the art, because they don't have a problem. They don't have the problem of money, but they don't have the knowledge. I can give you those examples from here to eternity. Just think about it. Who is the people that can use your products and services and are willing to pay? Not everybody has problems today, guys. There's people that don't have problems, and there are not a few of them. But you need to be willing, and you need to change. Sometimes you need to change the way that you communicate. Sometimes you need to change the way that you dress. Sometimes you need to change the way that you're doing the service. You might have to change. Pricing is an opinion. It's your opinion how much your product and service is worth. When you put a low price, you're actually saying my opinion about my product or service, that it's worth less. You need to understand that. Okay. Now, I'm sure that you know that when you go when you see in a advertisement, or you go to a shop and you have one television that costs 1,000, one of them that costs 2,000, you automatically assume that the 2,000 is better. You might not buy it, but you will assume that it's better. Would you agree? Guys, this is how it is. So the company that puts the price of 2,000 have higher self-esteem, if you want, on their products. Okay, they believe that the worth of this product is better. Okay, so this is what you need to start doing. Now, a couple of days ago, I was looking for a certain product or a certain service on a website of a guy that I heard about a long time ago, and I was searching, and at one point I got to his pricing list, and he says that he charged for 1 hour of consultation, he charges $1,000. which is, you know, it's like usually will be 4 or 5 times the amount of this type of things that would be done. And then I went to the product that I really wanted, and that was the $27,000. It didn't look so expensive anymore. It didn't look so expensive anymore. But if you would have a 200 euros or $200 for 1 hour consultation, 27,000 looks like a lot of money. Does that make sense? You need to realize that, guys. This is how you communicate about yourself.